It is September 2nd. No, it's September 3rd. And I look real busted, but y'all, when I say I literally have these glasses on all the time and on this computer all the time because I am trying to make sure that I get this book done on time. So please disregard my edges because I have had a long day. With the book I am reviewing right now, I'm in the stages of reviewing, editing, and everything. I at first wanted to have an editor, but I decided not to get an editor because of the simple fact that when you allow an editor to come in, a lot of times they're going to change things and make it their tweak. But I want it to be my own tweak. I want it to be personable. I want it to be transparent. I want it to be like all organic. I don't want any fake energy, period. So this book has been like amazing to write. The process has been some good days, some bad days. So literally days I want to cry, days I just want to give up and be like, fuck it, I don't want to do this anymore, but I still consistently do it. So I will show you guys what page I am on. I'm working on page 21. Of course it will be different once I feel fully complete, and it will be way more pages than 48 total. Right now I'm at 16,000 words. And yeah, like the behind the scenes of creating a book, I'm doing all of this from Word document, and I have created my what I do. I literally created my book cover from Canva. I did everything literally by hand, as in like using regular tools like Word document and stuff like that. I'm not using anything advanced or anything crazy. I'm literally going for my roots, and Word documents is my roots. So yeah, I just wanted to do a check-in. Today is like 100 and something day of writing this book, but it has been such an amazing journey, and I just want to continue to keep going up. I really hope you guys are enjoying this personable journey of me writing the book, and I can't wait to keep talking to you guys about it. Today is September 6th, and I am currently still working on the book. Right now I am on chapter 6 that I'm reviewing. Like I said, I am not getting a editor, so I am the one that is editing the full book because I don't want it to be edited in a way that it's not communicated well or just doesn't relate to me transparently. So typically I like to go to a place called Jamba Juice, which is located, where am I at? Somewhere in Atlanta. I really like this location because I get to sit right here and kind of do my work. I was on Amazon because I am also moving the same month as I am moving the same month as my big project being released. So it's a lot going on. So I'm trying to balance between getting ready to move and also the book. And also the book. I'm like, y'all are not gonna see this until basically when I already released it. So yeah, you will know that it is a book. And yeah, I'm just super excited. I really hate that the lighting keeps messing up, but I'm about to get to it. I really hope you guys are enjoying your day, and I hope you guys are enjoying this journey with me. So yeah, let's get to it. Hey y'all, so today is September the 13th. It is, I don't know how many days into this book, but we are getting to a close. I am currently on chapter 17. Well, really 18. I just finished up 17, but I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about blockage. So as I'm getting towards the end of the book, I'm getting more blockage, as in I'm not coming up with any real ideas. Like the chapter is kind of coming to a close, but I'm getting that road blockage. I'm over here, as you can see, I have my iPad right here, and I'm kind of listening to music to try to get me back, because okay, so what I like to do is on certain days, well, really on Tuesdays are my day to fully commit to writing this book. Now, some days is more than, just Tuesdays, but today was my free day. I didn't have to do much work or anything, so I figured today is like my primary day where I like go hard, right? I go hard. I get chapters done. I was in Starbucks for about 2 hours, and that is how I finished chapter 15, 16, and then I came back home for 17 and 18. Now, with 15 and 16, I was kind of getting like all over the place because I was listening to a podcast at the same time, so I like some points I was like, typing, and some points I'm like trying to get to the nitty gritty with the points that they were making on the podcast. So like I try to do that, to try to listen and interpret while I'm trying to write my book, because I'm looking for not motivation, but something to keep my mind flowing and keep going to, keep writing this book, because it's a lot. On this journey, I have really learned to discipline myself to make time management work. Following in times where like some days I just really feel unmotivated. Now, some days I wasn't able, I didn't show, because like some days I was crying. I was really frustrated. And of course you guys want to see that, but like sometimes I'm not thinking about, let's pick up the camera and let them see me cry. I'm not thinking like that. I personally don't think like that when it comes to me like crying really in my emotions. Like I just don't get there, like I want to, but like I don't get there to do so. I'm like super excited because everything is like coming together. So the more that I see it like getting done, the more I'm like, fuck, like I'm getting done. Like I'm getting to the nitty gritty. Like mind y'all, I talked about before that like last year when I started writing this book, I only got to like 2,000 words. Literally, I only got to around 2,000 words. And if I didn't say that, this is a FYI. I did only write about 2,000 words. Literally, that is it. I didn't know the direction I was going with the book. I didn't know why it would be titled Why Her and Not Me. Like I had different titles, but Why Her and Not Me kept like flowing back to me every single time. So like even when I tried to change it, I was like, yeah, this ain't working. I don't like that. So I think it was just a direction where I just kind of like kept circling back to like, what am I going to name this book? Like, why would it be Why Her, Not Me? Like, what is the initiative behind that? What are everybody going to gain from this? So, as I kept writing, I'm like, yeah, this is necessary that I keep Why Her and Not Me, because the reason that I kept the title Why Her and Not Me, at first I kept trying to psych myself, because I do that a lot, trying to psych myself out of it, but I was trying to psych myself out of the title because I'm like, okay, people are going to think, like I'm just trying to compare myself to every woman, or that I'm just always trying to compare, or, like I'm a hating ass girl. And I'm like, that's not the reason that it's named that. It is a journey where I fully understand like who I am as a woman, and I realized that in those time frames or in those gaps throughout my life, I compared myself to other women. I compared my lifestyle to other women. I compared many different things, not to say that I was hating or any shape or form like trying to be like them, but in a lot of instances, that was the story of my life. I was comparing. I was doing a lot of comparison. I was comparing my life to other women and how they were functioning. Like when I got to the age around like 20 or something like that. Well, no, I'm going to say like 22. That is kind of sort of like when I was heavy on YouTube. I was seeing like 20-year-olds, getting BMWs, all kind of stuff. And I'm like, what the like, what the crap? Like, it was just crazy. So I just felt like it was so necessary for me to dive in really deep of really instances where I have compared myself to someone else's life, to not only feel like I was like bettering myself, but kind of like trying to get to the root of who I am. And I feel like when we don't truly know ourselves, we're going to look to other people to be that instance for ourselves, because we don't really know ourselves. And I think that's the bigger picture that I wanted people to get, was that it wasn't about comparing my life to nobody. It was the fact that I truly didn't know myself in order to fully fulfill my life. So when I started getting to know myself, really diving deep, getting to the root of everything, and throughout this book, I really talk about my roots. I'm digging underneath, going back to my childhood days when my dad died. Like, I was going all the way that deep. And I needed to go that deep because I wanted to show you guys that I had to get to the root of it. And the bigger thing is that I wanted women around the world to get to the root of why it's even a comparison. Why do you feel like that you have to be there at this amount of time? Because society will tell you how you got to live your life, and you don't have to live your life like that. You want to live your life with a purposeful life, but you also want to do it within who you are and who that aligns with you with, not with aligning with what others say that your life should look like. And oh my God, it took me so long to figure that out. Like, that I was just having to get to the root of that by doing it myself, figuring out who the fuck is Mslamekkiona. Who am I? Who do I want to be? What do I want to do? Like, why do I want to write this book? Why do I want to do the podcast? Like, why am I doing so many things? What is the root of it? What is it rooted behind? And the root of it is because I know what it feels like to be a woman. I know what it feels like when I'm like in a space where I'm just in a weird era. Like, I know what it feels like. And I just know if I had somebody like me who can tell you the root of it, who can tell you the messaging behind it, how to figure it out, how to get back to a good space, why not? It's like my testimony can be someone else's victory. And why would I not want it to be someone else's victory to get to the root of it all? I struggled with that for so long, and I don't want younger women under me or above me who may not even figure that out yet to get to the root of it. Like, I just wanted to get to that space. Now, I know throughout this crazy journey, some of the clips and everything are not as emotional, or like how I'm getting to the root of things about this book on here, but it's like every day that I keep going, I'm learning something new about myself. I'm learning to be as vulnerable as I can be. I'm learning that I love this journey. I love everything about writing a book. Even though some days I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do this shit no more. But I remember my real message behind this, and that's what makes me keep going. Literally, I'm looking at these notes because I'm going to show you. So I learned to really put dates behind things that I do. So as you can see right here is my note to myself when the book release party is, when the book drops and everything. And by the time you actually see this, all of this will already be released as far as the date and the book release party. Then you have where I already paid for the venue and everything, like the total, all that stuff. And it's like, I am so freaking excited for this book release party. Like, this is like the stamp that says, like, you did it, you went through the journey, this is only the beginning, there's so much greater things to come. Like, I've been praying so much because I'm so excited for everything that this book is about to bring women around the world. Like, I am praying for sellout. I'm not just praying for sellout just because I just wanted to sell out. Like, I'm praying for this so I can get women around the entire world to get the opportunity to find the root. Finding the root of why not me. Finding that root like makes me happy, because I know many women around the world will see this book as like, where are my roots? Let me get to my roots. Let me get to that journey. Let me get to the start. Let me just start. How about that? Let me just start. The starting point is always the greatest thing, because when you get to that finishing point, nothing can stop you. Nothing. And we'll be back on another day of more chronicles of writing the book of Why Her Not Me. I hope you are enjoying this, and I just thank you guys so much in advance. I thank you for purchasing. I thank you for even sharing. Whatever you do, I thank you in advance. Thank you. I'll talk to you guys next time.